You want to do a challenge? Hey guys, it's Jamie with Badass Mama Gang, and I am in a hotel room. So if you're like, where the heck are you? I know, it's a little odd. All right, so in this trip up here, I listened to an amazing YouTube video by Beatrice, she goes by B, where she is talking about a challenge that she is gonna do with her group. And I thought, you know what? I think we need to do this with her. She is amazing. If you have not seen any of her videos down in YouTube, I'm gonna leave her link down below in the box. I highly recommend that you go and check her out. She's real life, ladies. She's real life. She tells you like it is, but she is a lady on a mission to become a healthier version of herself. And we all need to just stop and celebrate that because it's absolutely amazing. Okay, so back to this. So we're gonna talk about what this is, what do we gotta do, how long does it last, and where can you get more information. So I went and grabbed my laptop, I took some notes, so I'm gonna look down and up and down and up, and we are going to provide the information that we all need to be able to get on track and do this. And if you're like, okay, what is it? This is a 67-day challenge. I love it. She came up with just like this random number. I'm like, this is amazing. So if you go and watch her video, what she's going to talk about is that she reached out to her community and she was like, okay, look, we need to get together. We need to do a challenge. I'm going to give you two options. We can either do 75 hard, which I don't know what that is. And if you know what it is, leave a comment down below. Or she said, I have made up this challenge called the 67-day challenge. And then she laid out some guidelines. I don't know about you, but I love this word guidelines because usually when we have challenges, they use the word rules. And I feel like I'm like this inner like 3-year-old. Anytime somebody tells me I can't do something, I'm just like, girl, let me do it. And that doesn't help any of us. So I greatly appreciate that this girl comes on and says, look, I got a challenge that is perfect for us. And oh, by the way, it has guidelines. So right off the bat, she says, our goal, number one goal, try your best and give yourself some grace. Love this. In this challenge, we are going to have 8, did I do that right? Yes, 8 guidelines that we are going to follow. And I am going to go through each one of these, but I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do for each step. And then I want to know what you're going to do down in the comments. So guideline number 1, she says to us, you're going to create your diet guidelines and stick to them for the entire 67 days. I think this might be the toughest one in the guidelines that are here, and I think it's because I get stuck on the word diet. But she does go into her video and talks about, look, you're just trying to find something that is sustainable in your life today that you can do for 67 days. And that could be like tracking your food or doing intermittent fasting, or for me, what I'm going to do is truly embrace this. I'm only going to eat when I'm hungry. I have gotten to this really bad habit that I eat at certain times because I feel like that's the traditional time that I need to eat, but I may not even be hungry at all. So for number 1, my create your diet guidelines and stick to them for 6, I'm only going to eat when I'm hungry. Number 2, she says you need 5 hours of physical activity per week. And she does give the guideline. She's like, girl, don't wait to the end of the week and then try to do all 5 hours in like the same day. I'm going to second that. So what I'm going to say is that exercise equals movement, or exercise equals movement, whatever way that goes on that screen right there. So anything that you do that's going to add up to getting you to 5 hours by the end of the week is perfect. It does not have to look like a specific class. It does not mean that you're outside walking for an hour. You're going to pick what best fits you. So for me, I'm going to continue on with the current exercise plan. I'm going to go to class a couple of times during the week, and I'm going to lift weights with my BFFs in the morning. Number 3, I love this. I'm going to read this to you because it's like, it's verbatim. She says, if you slip, practice reflection and accountability and look for solutions. Gosh. So she talks about if you break a guideline, right? Like, what do you do, right? This for me is usually when I set myself up for a challenge and I have some sort of rules or guidelines or whatever word you want to insert there. If I mess up, I'm just like, done. I'm not doing that anymore. But she talks specifically like, look, if that happens, that's life. Give yourself a little bit of grace. Stop feeling guilty about it and move. And just move on. But the thing that I like best that she brings up in this is that she goes, stop for just a moment and reflect on what went wrong. Like, what is it? What speed bump? What stop sign? What flared up that made it so that that particular guideline you weren't able to meet it? So that's something to think about. So, okay. So I like this one. Number 3. So number 4, hydrate, drink water. Okay, I don't know about you, but drinking water sucks. Let's just be honest. But I have found a super cute cup that you can fill up, and it will keep your nugget ice as nugget ice, and I'll put the little link somewhere up here so that you can just go watch that review and see if you want to get that cup yourself, because it's amazing. So drink your water. So number 5, she talks about having some version, some way of measuring your progress. And that does not mean that you have to step on a scale. That might be what you pick, but it could be measurements, it could be progress pictures, it could be giving somebody a hug and figuring out, and it could even be like fitting into a certain dress or a pair of jeans. Doesn't matter. You pick what it is, but you need to have something that you can measure your progress. Number 6, she wants us to read a book. Oh my gosh, I love books. I love books, and I am a big fan of audiobooks. You just throw it on, listen to it in the car. Amazing. So the book that I am currently listening to, which I just started, so I'm going to throw it in on this, and I'm going to have to bleep it out, but it is the best book. It's not kid-friendly, so you're not going to be, you might want to read it versus audiobook if they're in the car, but I'll put it on here because I don't want to say it. But it teaches you the art of being able to say no, like in a nice way. Like, I don't know about you, but that's like the worst thing is like you always just keep saying yes and yes and yes and yes. And then next thing you know, you're like, how did I get here? But this book, I will put the link down below for what I'm talking about. Highly recommend. That'll be the book that I read during these 67 days. Number 7, she wants us to take 10 minutes every day and kind of do it like a mental health check. And basically it's like a reset button. For me, I think what this is going to look like is actually 10 minutes in the car. And I know that sounds crazy, but this is like 10 minutes, no music, no sensory anything coming in, just sitting there, enjoying the warmth of the car. Yep, that'll be my 10 minutes. But you could do this as meditation. You could do it as listening to a book. It doesn't matter. And some of us may be hiding in the bathrooms. Doesn't matter. 10 minutes, carve that out. Each day, 10 minutes, me time, hit the reset button. This last one, I love this one. She says, try something new every week. Like one thing, one new thing. It could be a recipe. It could be a different workout. It could be a different clothing item. It doesn't matter. Anything. Just go try something new. Get stuck out of your rut of trying to do like the normal things and add some new stuff in. And I'm going to embrace this. I think it's going to be food and clothing and workouts and everything. I'm excited about this one. So who wants to do this with me? She's so awesome. I'm just going to say, Beatrice, thank you. Thank you for being on YouTube. Thank you for sharing your journey with us. You are amazing. I'm going to do this challenge with you, and I'm going to see you on the other side of 67 days. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please go check out her video. I'll leave the link down below. Otherwise, guys, go be awesome.